A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Bell, of course, three-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Brees going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
There's Brees. That's complete. It's Bell. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. A gain there of 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Brees. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Brees going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look. It's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Here we go.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake. Brady on the move to his left. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White trying to run inside, but nothing there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Right there. 54 Mike. I got one. Mike 54. Mike 54. Check. 150.
Now Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Brady. got his man. That's Harry. A big 30-yard play on third. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Shotgun now for Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. First down, here's White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Brady. This one left side caught by Barrios. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And now running right through it. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. The Jets were 26th in rushing in the NFL last year. That's a big reason they went and signed Bell back on March 13th. And plays like that give them optimism that they can move up the pecking order in the NFL rushing ranks. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Breeze. A screen to Bell. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. That's It's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They begin with Michel on the ground. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus-yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope. There he goes, right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking long for his touch. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Bell shoves him aside. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Bell. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting it come.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Drew Brees. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw is Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike, 57.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Regular. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, we got to get...
Hey, echo!
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Ozzy!
Defense all day.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Throw left side, complete to Harry. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Brady now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
380! X3! 218, chopper.
Check. Kill. Tight dog.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Man, I got you.
Blue draw Corkers. Shadow! Hey, 166!
From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
His kick is good. So we have reached halftime here, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Here's Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Hey, set. Alabama. 380. Check it. 57. Hey, Delta. And break it.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
They're not ready for this. 72.
On play action. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 1, Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Patriots take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 9, check 9. Check 3. Don't band it. When it hit, hey, second.
On the ground, Michelle. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Five.
Let's get off the
When he
field.
hit, Ozzy.
To throw, it's Brady. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Wait, set. 53. Hey, 66.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn
72. 380 hit. 380 hit.
They'll run on first down. White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
That's where you belong.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Check. Watch 54. Yo.
Alert. Hey, watch that. Don't band it.
Now they'll throw with Brady. He completes it right side to White. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
54 Mike. Watch the pass. Hey, watch it.
72.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Breeze to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Harris to return. Fighting his way through contact. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Right, yellow lady. Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
Now a first down carry by Bell. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 38, Breeze. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Look, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Devin McCourty picks it off. A beautiful fake. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
To throw, it's Breeze. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jordan Reed, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
That throw by Brady incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
Mike's by 4. Let's get the ball.
Running out of the gun with White. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
57. 57.
Rip.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, let's get this.
Breeze going to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This is Bell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Again, it's Michel. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, 62 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is the running back, Powell. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's going to be caught by Reed for a Jets touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw here. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 48. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for New England, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as